Today I'm going to be replacing the alternator, so I actually went out for a drive the other day with the wife, got in the car, everything started up fine, got literally around the corner and all my electrics started playing up, battery light came on, alternator has died. Waited a couple of days to get a new alternator delivered, went to get it started on the drive with the jump pack, hopefully got enough power to get it onto the drive, and unfortunately my battery had completely died, so I had to shove it onto the driveway. So now I've got the new alternator here, car's on the driveway, and what we're going to hopefully do is disconnect the battery, take off the front, replace the alternator, and the job should be a good one. So let's go from there. I'm just inserting this here of how to actually do the pulley and get that slack pin put off. You've got the tool that goes over this bolt on the arm here, and it wedges just underneath the other side of the spring. And then as you pull that back, you can see here this spring goes back and you can see some holes appearing in that little slot. Now what you're trying to do is, as you pull it back, you get that slot to appear with the hole, and then you have to insert a small Allen key into that hole that you can just about see appearing there. It is an utter faff. You can see here just how I've got the Allen key in, and what that's done is it's kept the spring compressed so you can get the belt loose. Right, so what you can see here is I've taken off into front end support mode. I've disconnected up here to make this much more accessible. Disconnected this from the engine mount there. That makes that hose more accessible, so I don't have to disconnect that. I'm lucky I don't have a radiator, aircon system, so I can pretty much pull this quite far out. What I've also done is I've disconnected down here. This is the connector, sorry, this one here. What I've also done is disconnected this here for the alternator, so all I have to do now is take off this bolt here, and then there is 1 and 2 just down there, and that's come out because I have already supported the belt pulley. And on the back of the alternator, I'm not sure if you can see it, but just up the top here is the earth, I believe. So that needs to be disconnected as well. And I should be able to pull the alternator out nicely from this gap. At least that's the plan. As you can see, I had to take off quite a bit, including the mount for the crash bar there. This one I left connected, so it's got just enough slack to make it work, and you can see there my oil cooler on the floor. So I shall take those out, we'll move forwards from there. Alright, you can see after much swearing, this one's come out. My problem was getting off the earth point here. Basically I took the entire assembly out, and then that was easier to access. So that was my only issue. But this is the old alternator. Feels fine, but it is, from the looks of things, a reman unit at some point. So maybe just gave up the ghost. I have bought a new one. So it's not an official part, but it is apparently made with the same internals. I'm not quite sure. But what I'll do is I can match up and see all of it looks like it should just go straight together in exactly the same way as the previous one. Although the mounting of this back looks to be orientated differently, which might make it easier to get on. Because as you can see, this is the actual mount. All the holes line up. But on the back side here, that was tucked right underneath, and that has a bit more space, so we'll see if that makes it easier to fit. I'll let you know. Okay, I was just about to start fitting this, but then I realised this pulley is not the same distance out as this pulley. Now, I don't know, that's because this is supposed to be for an R50, and that's an R53 pulley. I don't know, but well, I know it's not going to line up, so let's see if I can swap across these pulleys. Alright, that's the pulley swapped across. You can see there it's quite a bit longer. This inside here is a 22. I got it off using the world's cheapest impact off of eBay. I think it's like 30 quid, so it's not too bad. I've chucked a load of thread lock on it because I just don't know what the torque settings are. So I've gone with hard, lots of Ugs, and we'll see how we get on. But you can see there the actual difference, that shaft there. So hopefully that should line up correctly. Okay, it's a couple of days later and one trip to Euro Car Parts and an order. A new alternator is fitted that actually is the correct mounting point for the plugs and everything. As you can see, the pulley lines up and it's nice and shiny, and you can see around the back here it all mounts up nicely because it's not now out of alignment. So, lessons learnt: don't buy one off of eBay that says it fits, because it didn't. And now all I have to do is get all of this back together. So I'm going to take you offline and I'm just going to basically bolt everything back together, and then that's this job done. Okay, it took a couple of days, and I do mean a couple more days to get the right alternator, but now that is all fitted, everything's buttoned up. You can see the car's back on the road where it belongs. So that's great. I do have one issue where I've been playing around, my airbag lights come on. So I'm assuming that's my seat airbag light, probably the connector coming loose or something stupid. So I'll reset that, check which one it is and figure that out from there. But for now, Mini's back on the road and the battery's charging, so I can move on to doing more fun stuff. Alright, thanks very much. Cheers.